The Camaro Hellcat. Now, I haven't seen a lot of Camaro builds, really any, besides the SS for A+. So, let's just go ahead and get into this. It's really simple, honestly. Hellcat engine, go to parts, the whole engine, stock. We got a road suspension, stock brakes, elite road suspension. I tried out the off-road, put a little more power in it, put a little more slide in it, took it to 80% drift. This is a drift car, not a grip build. I know you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck? But I got 3 races to show you guys, alright? This bitch moves. It's slow, but it moves. If you learn how to keep your momentum in these corners and not crash, you're dusting everybody. Promise you. Elite road tires. We did upgrade the clutch to Pro. We dropped the transmission to a 5-speed. You don't need a differential. I brought it all the way to 80%. I put the off-road suspension on it. We put I think it was, yeah, super induction. Gave it like, it brought it to 172, I think. Yeah, I mean it didn't slide the way I wanted to slide, and I like where the car is right now. I like how it is. If you're like a beginner, you probably don't want to drive this. I'm gonna be real. It takes a little bit of skill. It takes some knowledge of how to boost around turns. You know, it takes some knowledge not to hit cars. If you're constantly crashing, you don't want to use this car, because once you crash, to get back up to speed is kind of hard. But if you're in a race like Buena Vista or the long climb or any corner race that has a bunch of corners, you're gonna do really good in this car. So let's get into the races. So I'm not recording this live, but I just want to say I start in 6th or 7th place here. I think it's 6th. I think there's a car behind me, and I run a 150 on this track, which I honestly, I don't know if that's a fast time. It's a fast time for me, so okay, I started in 5th place. But I feel like if I started in 1st, I would have ran it. I mean, I definitely would have ran like a 149. So we're gonna boost around these corners here. I'm gonna try to explain to you guys about how I keep momentum in this car, because that's really what makes this car so fast. You'll see I start walking on, there's that Testarossa. I think this is a Black Series AMG in front of us. I'm gonna boost up the hill here. You always want to boost up a hill, and he crashes there. I would have outpaced him anyways, but I'm gonna take this shortcut through the grass. That's kind of sketchy to do that. Sometimes you'll pop through that sign and there'll be a car right there, insta crash. So if you guys watch here, at every single one of these corners, I'm trying to keep a 1-bar boost. I missed it for this one, but pretty much any time that I'm going not straight, I'm trying to hold a 1-bar. Like, this isn't even really a right turn or like a real turn. I still kept a 1-bar. That is what helps you stay at your top speed the most, getting through these corners. I know that there's a big turn right here, so I'm trying to save this 3-bar. Boom. You're not doing that in a grip build. Okay, let me clarify that. Actually, you can do that in a grip build, but it's hard. It is not hard to do it in drift at all. It works how it should. You know what I mean? Like, when you do grip, you have to feather through it. You have to, like, you have to let off the gas. You have to do so much stuff, dude. I'm just full sending every single one of these corners. It's if you can do that, this car is fast. If you can not crash, try and turn around your corners, you know, micro drift, build your boost up for every single corner, you're gonna be beating 95% of the people you run into. Now, if you run into a good Testarossa driver, a good Golf GTI driver, a 180 SX driver, the meta cars for A plus, you're gonna be fighting for your race for sure. But the fact that it can even hold its own, you know, and that to me means a lot. I don't see. I think I've seen one other A plus Camaro build, and it's not very good if you ask me. But you know, I've seen this car in S. It's all right in S, but it's for me, it's really shining in A plus. I've had so many people message me asking for the build. You know, I had a couple of people accuse me of cheating, but you know, it is what it is. It's definitely a fun car to drive. Sounds amazing, but it does kind of suck. Some races, the supercharger is louder than others. Sometimes it's pretty quiet, so you can't hear it. But there are some races when all you can fucking hear is that Hellcat just whining. And I mean, honestly, that's why I built this car. I got this weird thing where I've put a Hellcat engine in pretty much every car that it's possible in. Um, Mainly because the Hellcat is god awful in this game, and I mean, to be honest, I thought the Camaro was pretty bad in this game too. It was decent in S, but I didn't see any good builds for it for A plus. Um, and then you know, just put the Hellcat engine in it, drop the gearbox, put it over the drift, and I was like, oh, A plus, okay, let's try it out. And dude, this thing just shined. So many people were upset. Like when you see a Camaro pass you and you're driving a Testarossa, you're driving a Lamborghini, and then they hit you with that nice ride. Uh, let's just say it is safe to say I've gotten under a few people's skin with this car, and I mean it's just a fun car to drive. It is so rewarding. It'll put a smile on your face once you learn how to drive it and actually start just cutting around corners. It just doesn't make sense half the time. Now that being said, this car does get pretty rowdy, and I'll try to point out what I'm doing as it happens in the race, but it's rowdy but controllable. And I mean, it can take right, left, right turns with ease. One downside, like you guys just saw about this car, is that that start boost is very, very small, and I miss it a lot, to be honest with you guys. Luckily, in this race, I got a little booty bump, but as you see through these two turns, I'm holding on to a boost, taking myself out of the slide, boosting myself forward, waiting until I know my car is pointed where I need to go. Boom. Same exact thing. Unfortunately, I hit rack here. That sucks. But holding on to that boost, I'm sliding left right here. I'm re-engaging my drift, sliding right. But as I'm sliding, I'm gaining that boost. I know that I'm gaining that boost, and I'm not panicking. I'm waiting until I get that one bar, and as soon as I get that one bar, I've set my car up to go where I need to go, and I'm using that boost to send me that way. Now you can Tron turn through that. I guess it's a hairpin. I didn't really know this map that well, so I wasn't too confident in it. But you can see how I'm jerking right, jerking right, jerking right. I'm trying to hold on to my bars here because I know there's a turn. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Jerk, jerk. And that got me half of that one bar that I know I need for this turn. Set myself up, got that one bar. As soon as I get that one bar, I'm gone. I mean, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. I'll see you in the next one.